Hello, everyone. This is SkyTryke, and this week is a very, very special week. It's the release of my book, the novel that I wrote called Beyond Heaven. Now, I might sound muffled. I'm disguising myself as I do, just to be personal, keep my private life private and my personal life public. I guess that's how you would say it. But yeah, Beyond Heaven is being released today. If you're not aware of it, it actually was released. Never mind. I'm not going to talk about that because it was weird. But yeah, Beyond Heaven is being released. If you want more information, I made a video before of a book promotion as well as a little teaser last month. And if I wanted to give you a little bit of a kind of recap, Beyond Heaven is a kind of like an anime-inspired fantasy. It has a lot of inspiration from my childhood fantasies and my imagination, as well as anime, manga, light novels, all into one. We follow kind of like a mortal named Yosei Tenshi as she kind of goes into like this isekai kind of setting and finds her adventure beyond heaven, basically. A little bit more information, you could always check out my video below, or video somewhere in my channel, I guess. Or on my website called SkyTryke.com, SkyTryke.com. Now, I might be all over the place. This is live, and I'm trying to get through this mask, as well as suffering from COVID again. It's not much you can do when you go on a cruise with thousands of passengers and go home with COVID. Even though you had COVID last month, you have COVID again. Anyways, I do apologize for being sick. I might have a little bit of brain fog, and it's really hard to talk with this, as well as trying to be directly against my microphone so you could hear. But yeah, Beyond Heaven's being released. You can find the physical versions on Amazon.com. You can find that on my website, SkyTryke.com as well. The other versions of the book, like the ebook, is also available on Amazon and will eventually show up on, like, say, Google when they approve my account, as well as other stores like Apple, Barnes & Noble, you name it. Including the physical versions, you could get it outside of Amazon, like, say, Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble, of course, as well as other physical stores eventually. I would assume it's August 3rd. You might say that's a weird date, August 3rd, but I thought I did the correct thing on Ingram Sparks by changing the publication date from August 3rd, because there was a conflict, if you weren't aware, that I couldn't publish this on Ingram Sparks afterward unless Amazon was published first. There was an ISBN conflict, apparently. And so I put a placeholder, August 3rd, and then I'm like, screw it, I'm gonna just publish the paperback on Amazon. And that happened July 2nd. If you didn't notice, you could actually buy the book before then. But yeah, then I changed some things on Ingram Sparks to change it to July 17 to be published and sale date. But I guess it kept having this revision incomplete bug, even though I saved it, and it actually shown in the metadata that's July 17. But on a lot of sites like Barnes & Noble, you can look at the ISBN, which I will put in the link in the description below. 979-899-0804-111. I will put that ISBN on the link in the description, not in the link in the description, but in the description below. You can check that out on Barnes & Noble and elsewhere, and it'll probably show August 3rd. Weird. But you can still get it on Amazon, so don't worry about that. And it will be updated. The Universal Book link and other links will be updated on my site. Man, I'm feeling a little bit wet here. That's weird. Why did I say that? I don't know, but I'm sick. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, Beyond Heaven's being released. My book, Beyond Heaven. Volume 1, SkyTryke. And I wanted to reiterate what I said last episode on my book stuff. It kind of reaches into my YouTube channel. You know, when I wrote this book, it was March 2020. That's the pandemic shutdown. The U.S. shut down the government and a lot of the jobs completely for like a month and a half to kind of get this COVID situation under hand. And so a lot of essential workers were still working, but I was not. And so I had a month of doing nothing. but playing video games and having a blast in my life. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't stand not having anything to do for a month. I'm like, dude, this is the best month of my life. I could do a lot of errands. I could do a lot of video games. But when I was a little bit bored of video games, which is hard to imagine, I guess, I'm like, what can I do? And I kind of got a flashback of my childhood and had a lot of imagination and stories. And I wrote Beyond Heaven. So you kind of know the time frame and the setting of Beyond Heaven when it was written. And there was a lot of inspirations. And this book has a little bit of satire in it, making fun of a lot of tropes, criticizing a lot of things. But it doesn't really go into depth as the main story kind of takes over most of the things, hopefully. And so, yeah. When I wrote this book, it was meant to be private. It was a personal passion project meant just for me, and it was never meant to be released. I shared a little bit snippets of the book through my character avatar, my VTuber avatar, Yosei Tenshi. And when I made Yosei Tenshi on Vroid Studios just as a VTuber avatar, it was meant to be kind of a significant part of who I am. All of the characters in this book, as you see in the front, resembles me, Yosei being one of the biggest ones. And so I made Yosei as a significant kind of part of my channel, and it was meant to be just for me, and the book was private. It was never meant to be released. But as I thought long and long, 4 years later, I started to think, as a kid, I was bullied and suffered chronic depression, almost took my life, but I realized a lot of things when I had an appreciation for the small, happy pockets of life, that content creators, whether it be comedies, TV shows, anime, manga, books, music, video games, sports, any activities that keep your mind afloat or keep you stable and just keep your life moving, gives you hope, gives you inspiration, keeps you moving and steadies yourself. I start to appreciate more and more. Now, a lot of people might not understand where I'm coming from, but if you do, then you might know that for me, video games and YouTube videos helped me so much as a kid, and it kind of was the point where I made a YouTube channel just for that purpose. I thought it was a fun thing to do YouTube, but at the same time, if anybody could find this crazy YouTube channel or read this book, it's like a diamond in the rough. It might help someone. And so after 4 years, I'm like, just release it, because even though it was personal, it was a private project of mine. If it could reach out to somebody maybe in need, if my videos could do the same, maybe my book can do the same, possibly, even though I'm a very small YouTuber and unknown author, as well as unknown YouTuber, right? If it could help anybody, then why not? I published it just hoping that maybe they find it and it helps them alleviate some things in life, to escape reality for them, and helps them. It's only $3.50 for the ebook, and you could preview it like on Google Books eventually. 20% of the whole book. That's like 60 pages that you could read if you like it or not. So you don't have to buy it. You read the preview. If you like the preview, then you could see for it yourself. And then if you really love it, you could probably get the paperback, maybe. It's just up to you. And so that's my hopes, I don't care how many people don't like the book, hate my book, or think I'm just a very mediocre, bad author. But to me, that never mattered to me. It was always a private project. Remember, it was never meant to be released. But my goal was for it to maybe reach out to the people who needed it, to do the same for me when I was a kid, and give them something to enjoy. Even if it's the small things that matter. And I have a tattoo on my right arm, right shoulder. It's an Enso circle, which means to be unity or be whole, as one, as your own person. So it kind of represents who I am, someone who actually understands who I am now, completely one and no longer lost. And it has a Japanese term called Ikigai, Ikigai. Ikigai means the way of life, and what it means, it resembles in Japanese meaning is basically to kind of appreciate the small things in life, not to kind of concern yourself over it or obsess yourself over it, but to find out small things in life and cherish it. Because you never know when they might happen, but you always know that they'll be there for you forever. Your memories, everything. And that's what Ikigai is. And for me, it's like, I live for these small moments in life, the pockets of happiness that you might find. You never know when they might come, but when they do, you cherish them. Like this vacation I took, I cherish every moment of it. Even though there's always going to be some arguments or disputes and discord, but I love every moment of remembering the good times we had, the jokes and the fun, and just the absolute sheer joy of everything we do. In my video game kind of setting, I love every time we go into raid, dungeons, and just having a blast with my friends. There were always drama in video games, especially like clans or guilds, but I always loved to remember the good times of it, and I was always kind of a casual, chill person, just not caring too much about the seriousness of video games. So I always enjoyed every moment, remembering good times, and that just keeps me moving. And that's why I got that tattoo, to remind me of that fateful date where I almost took my own. It's getting kind of depressing, but it reminds me to never look back at that moment and keep moving forward. And hoping that this book or my YouTube channel in general helps those who may have gone into my type of path to continue to move forward and live on and not commit to any bad things that you may have done or may have taken your own life, possibly. Hopefully you don't do that. Keep moving strong, because you gotta remember, there's only one person that might know who you are and love you for who you are, and that is yourself. It might sound sad, but in reality, why is that a bad thing? At least you love yourself. At least you know yourself. And no one can take that away from you, because that's you. So you don't need all the support from everyone else. Your support is something that you need to recognize that it'll help you. Now I've got kind of into a weird tangent, but that's my hopes for Beyond Heaven. If you don't like this book at all, I would say, why would you take a bad review on it? But then again, it's your First Amendment, so don't worry about it. That's your own, just like my First Amendment of why I wrote this book and why I think this purpose of the book is for. Just like I could say for my First Amendment, I hope you leave a good review on the book as well, if you do like it, and share it to your friends and family, hopefully. Yeah, but if you don't like it, my First Amendment would say, just don't say anything about it. You have a 20% preview of it on the electronic books, so you don't need to even buy it in the first place. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will start to try to make more videos after I recovered and going through the phase of this book. It's been a while since I uploaded any videos. I plan to finish Alan Wake 2 as well as other games, but as of course this project of mine being publishing and releasing is taking a little bit of time. And depending on the feedback, of course, I will start to write more, if it depends. Depends on what you guys says. And yeah, this is Beyond Heaven, this book release. Officially released July 17, 2024. That's the official release for me. It may not be official for other sites like Amazon, July 2nd, and Ingram Sparks, August 3rd, as well as the ebooks on July 18 or 19. But hey, it's officially released July 17th. But eventually it'll all come into form next month, because everything's weird. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, you can find more information at SkyTryke.com. SKYTRYKE.com. Well, actually, before I end this episode, to my subscribers that reached out to me, I think about 10 of you who reached out to me, or I reached out to you. I will be signing some of these books that I have. I'll show you later the books that I got. And with my signature, with a little glow-in-the-dark bookmark. So you can put this in your book. It glows in the dark to a degree. It's not useful to read with this. It's a bookmark that just glows in the dark, but you can't see anything when it glows anyways. And my signature, as well as a sticker that represents me. Now I'm going to move up. There's my books. Ah. So as you can see, those are the books that I got on the mail. Amazon has damaged some of the spines, but I'll try to, for my subscribers, I'll try to get the kind of good ones. The most pristine one will be for the Library of Congress, unfortunately. But that's being sent out. I will reach out to all my subscribers and for my shipping labels, and those will be coming out, I hope, by the end of the month, or by a month at least. Post is weird, so I don't know. And for my Canadian viewers, I don't know how long it might take to get there, but it's kind of sad because you could order it on Amazon and get it within a week, but who knows. But hopefully you're patient for this because it'll show up anyways. Yeah, but thank you for your support. I know it's only 50 of you, and no one honestly just actually one person. Well, it's mostly I'm just gonna I digress. Where am I going? Brain fog is so bad on COVID sometimes. It's so weird. COVID's really weird. I know I'm going on a tangent, but COVID is the first sickness to me that gave me brain fog. I never had a sickness that gave me brain fog where I had a train of thought. I know what I was going for, and then suddenly it's just like, what happened? I remember working when I had COVID for the first time, and I'm like, what am I doing? I was working on a project, and I'm like, I'm working on it, but why am I stopped? And it's weird. And I started to like try to think, but I couldn't think. I'm like, that's weird. And yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was thinking this again, but yeah, I'll try to get well. And I hope you guys do find a purpose of my channel or my book. For those who are down, I hope that it could bring your day, gives you a smile. And I'll continue doing what I can do as a small unknown YouTuber and author. And yeah, hope you guys love the book. Beyond Heaven is being released. See you there. See ya.